Pride is a dangerous enemy. It sneaks into our lives quietly. We often don't recognize it until it has caused damage. Pride affects everyone, no matter their age. It hurts our relationship with God. It damages our relationships with others. Pride tells us we are better than others. It makes us focus on ourselves. We become self-centered. We crave praise and recognition. We have trouble admitting our mistakes. Pride blinds us to our own faults. Pride can be especially dangerous during good times. When things are going well, we may start to think we did it all ourselves. We forget about God's grace and blessings. We take credit for our successes. This makes us vulnerable to pride. We start to think we don't need God. Pride also affects us during bad times. When we face challenges, pride can prevent us from seeking help. We may be too ashamed to admit we need support. We may try to handle everything on our own. This can lead to isolation and despair. Young adults are especially vulnerable to pride. They are at a stage of life where they are figuring out who they are. They are trying to establish their independence. This can make them susceptible to the temptations of pride.
When young adults experience success, they may become arrogant. They may start to think they are better than their peers. This can lead to conflicts in their relationships. They may struggle to work well with others.
Pride can also make it difficult for young adults to learn from their mistakes. They may be afraid to admit they were wrong. This can hinder their personal growth. They may miss out on opportunities to learn and mature.
During tough times, young adults may try to hide their struggles. They may put on a brave face to the world. They may be afraid of appearing weak or vulnerable. This can prevent them from getting the help they need. It can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness.
Pride affects men and women in unique ways. Men often struggle with pride related to their accomplishments and abilities. They may feel the need to be the provider and protector. While these qualities can be positive, they can become distorted by pride.
When a man's identity is rooted in his achievements, he becomes vulnerable. Setbacks and failures can feel like threats to his worth. This can lead to anger, frustration, and a refusal to admit weakness.
Women, on the other hand, may struggle with pride related to their appearance or social standing. They may feel pressure to conform to certain standards of beauty or success.
This can lead to comparison and competition with other women. It can foster a spirit of envy and jealousy. Pride can also prevent women from forming genuine connections. They may be afraid to let others see their vulnerabilities.
Pride can hinder both men and women from experiencing the fullness of God's love. When we are consumed by our own self-importance, we have little room for God. We become the center of our own universe. Humility is the opposite of pride. It is the key to overcoming the dangers of pride.
Humility is not about thinking less of ourselves. It is about thinking of ourselves less. It means recognizing that we are not the center of the universe. God is.
When we are humble, we acknowledge our need for God. We recognize that we are not self-sufficient. We need His grace and guidance in our lives.
Humility allows us to see ourselves honestly. We can recognize our strengths and weaknesses. We can accept ourselves for who we are.
Humility enables us to build strong relationships. We can connect with others on a deeper level. We are able to empathize with their struggles. We are willing to forgive and ask for forgiveness.
Humility is essential for the body of Christ. It allows us to work together in unity. We can celebrate each other's gifts and talents. We can support each other in times of need.